All right, so I had to choose a different location because the baby's sleeping, and we all know that when a sleeping baby wakes up, it's a shit show. So I have him in the other room. So what we're gonna do is I want to teach you guys some mobility with the foam roller. So if you have a foam roller, make sure you grab it. If you don't have a foam roller, you can grab anything like a lacrosse ball, a tennis ball, a canned food good can still work as this too, but I highly recommend if you don't have one of these, it doesn't have to be this one with the spikes, it can just be a regular one, but I highly recommend that you get one of these because these are a lifesaver for all mobility. So I'm going to show you how to do a synergistic warm-up slash mobility exercise. So what we're going to do is we're going to roll out a specific muscle group, and then we're going to do a dynamic stretch immediately after with that same muscle group to help enhance the recruitment of healing those muscle fibers and also connecting your brain to your muscles to make it remember that that is how it's supposed to feel rather than this tight little bunched up area. Okay, so you're going to take the foam roller. We're going to start with the neck. Okay, so we're going to start from our head down. So we're going to take our foam roller or the Can Good, just make sure it's not too hard, and you're going to put it underneath your neck. Okay, so right where your hairline is, and we're going to put our hands out in a T, and you're just going to shake your head no on the foam roller or whatever piece of equipment you are using. Remember, anything can work. The best thing might be like a can of red beans or something, a can of corn if you don't have one of these. Okay, so we're going to do this for about 30 seconds. Just nice and slow, nothing about it should be fast. Mobility workouts are all about loosening up the muscles that you need to. Focusing on your breathing. Every time you inhale, you're going to exhale the other direction. So once you've done that for 30 seconds, then you're going to sit up and you're going to get good posture by sitting up nice and straight, chins off your chest, and you're going to do that same motion but without the foam roller for 30 seconds. We're trying to get that full range of motion, so try to look over your shoulder with a straight back. Remember to breathe. Exhale, hold, inhale, switch. So remember that breath is the #1 form of recovery. So those big, long, slow, deep breaths, sometimes it helps to close your eyes to get that breath to fully flow through your body. Okay, and now you're going to shake your head yes. A lot of times when we stretch this part of our muscles, our neck muscles, it feels really tight. But a lot of times we're looking down, like texting, looking at our babies, looking at our workbooks. So this is a really good one for you to do. Making sure you exhale as you close the gap, inhale as you open. Keeping that nice straight back posture. And come back down to center. All right, so now we're gonna work into our shoulders, okay? So I want you to take the foam roller or whatever Can Good it is, and make sure you can see me here. I want you to get down into laying down position, and I want you to put the foam roller right here on your pecs. So you're gonna get there on your pecs. Lacrosse ball actually might work better on this one. Or any type of small ball, and you're gonna just roll back and forth, side to side here for 30 seconds. Okay, and then the next 30 seconds, you're gonna extend your arm out. Other arm is up to the side too, and you're gonna lift up and down. Really getting into those pecs, breaking up that scar tissue and any tightness that you might have. Big inhale, exhale as you close the gap, inhale as you open. Remember, it's nice, slow, and controlled. So immediately after that, we're gonna stay focused on this arm, and we're gonna put your left arm kind of like a ballerina here, and we're gonna do big, exaggerated circles. 30 seconds to the front first, and then we'll go backwards, keeping your hand right on that collarbone. Trying to get that full range of motion. And then switch backwards. Really breathing through it. Inhale here. Exhale. Inhale here. Now you're going to extend your arm and place it down by the ground, and you're going to turn your neck away. Really reach away from your neck with this hand. We're opening up our traps here. So eyeballs towards your right armpit. Left hand extends as far as it possibly can. And relax. Now, same thing with the other shoulder. So we're going to get right into our pecs, getting into your lay down position. You're going to rock side to side on that pec. Seconds here. Sometimes it helps to get underneath the armpit too. A lot of our rotator cuff muscles insert there. So it's a good idea to get under your armpit every now and then, loosen that up because we don't want any rotator cuff issues. If you have rotator cuff issues, you should definitely be concentrating on that under armpit part. Okay, now we're going to lift our arm up and down, up and down. Just slow, gentle movements here. And come back up to the top. Okay, so same thing, like a ballerina on your collarbone. And we're going to go 30 seconds forward. Inhale and exhale. And 30 seconds back. Straight back, chin off of your chest. Keep that neck open and drop this left shoulder down. Don't let it be arching up here. Relax. Keep your muscles where they belong. Make sure that elbow brushes against your skin as it comes back. Now you're going to extend this arm and you're going to look the opposite way. Tilt your chin down to your left armpit. Remember, this left shoulder stays down and this right hand reaches as far as it can across. Big deep breath here. Keep holding. I gotta go check my baby, so keep doing that while I go check. Safe. All right. So next, we're gonna move on to our hip flexors, okay? So you're gonna take your foam roller and you're gonna place it under your left hip flexor, okay? So make this right knee kind of pop off to the side. You're gonna get deep down into that hip flexor and you're gonna roll back and forth here, okay? We're gonna keep our toes pointed down towards the ground to start. Still making sure you're breathing. That breath is really gonna help relax that tightness. Inhale up, exhale, back. Keeping this belly button drawn up so you're not putting extra pressure on your abs. You want to tighten those abs up, just gently. Now you're gonna point your toes to your left elbow, okay? So now we're getting a different part of our hip flexor. We're getting the inner part. Keep breathing. Tucking that belly up, shoulders are down and back, neck is long. Now point your toes towards your right elbow or towards the right side of your body. And now we're getting the outside of that hip flexor. If you need to dip your body a little bit more to get into it, that's totally fine. So you might need to twist. Okay, so now that you've opened up that hip flexor, you're gonna keep your left knee on the ground, use your foam roller or canned food, and you're gonna place your right arch of your foot onto the support system. You're gonna tuck your hips under, and you're not gonna lean. Please do not lean, that over stretches it. We want to keep your hips right underneath your shoulders. Shoulders are down, relaxed. I like to put my hands on my hips so I can feel them tuck. And we're gonna just get really long and slight lean, not too much, okay? It might not feel like too much, but I promise you what it's doing is it's dropping down. So we're not trying to feel a forward stretch. We're trying to feel it do this, okay? So just a gentle relaxation is what we're looking for here. We also get an added benefit here of kind of working our plantar on our right foot as well. So we're killing two birds with one stone. Exhale, draw that belly button in. Inhale, draw that belly button out. Alrighty, we are switching. Okay, so remember, now we're gonna go on to our right hip flexor. Our toes are facing down first, and you're gonna just roll into that hip. Going back and forth here. Now tilt your toes towards your right elbow. Remember getting that inside. So remember, if you need to feel it deeper, you can twist towards the right side of your body. You get into that inner hip. And now tilt your toes towards the left side of your body. Keep breathing. Draw that belly button up. And we're gonna come up and out of that stretch. Right knee stays down on the ground. We're gonna place our left arch of our foot on the support system we have. We're gonna tuck those right toes back behind us, tuck in your hips. Remember, we're looking for length, not pushing forward. Relax your shoulders. We're holding tight. Squeeze of the glutes will help stretch that muscle a little bit more. So when you inhale, I want you to feel like your pelvic floor muscles and that hip flexor is coming up. And as you exhale, everything's coming down. And relax. All right, so now we're gonna move on to our hamstrings. So I want you to roll for 30 seconds on your hamstring. So what I like to do is do what we did with the hip flexor stretch. For about 15 seconds, I'll point my toe towards my left knee, since I'm starting on my right. And then for the next 15 seconds, I'll point my toes away from my left side of the body to get the outside of my hamstring. Okay. Now that we have stretched that, we're gonna sit up nice and tall, and we're gonna stick our right foot out, okay? Now we're gonna create a dynamic stretch. So we're gonna reach up and over to get your ribs, but then up and back, okay? So it's a dynamic movement because we are continuing to move, so don't let your shoulder collapse. Keep it open so you get those rib cage, and also you don't misstretch your hamstring. Big open rib cage and back. Exhale and inhale, flex those toes, shoulders back. Hold for about 1,000 to 1,000 before you switch it up. And switch legs. So now we're gonna be doing our left hamstring, pointing the toes away from the body and in towards the body for 15 seconds each. Okay, so now left foot comes out and your toes are flexed. Okay, sitting up nice and tall. You're gonna inhale, shoulders up, open up that rib cage, and go the other way. Oops, running into my bed. Exhale here, tilt that shoulder up, and inhale here. All right, so now we're gonna do our calves. So go ahead and roll your calves. Same thing, point your toes out, away from your body, and in towards your body. You can go back and forth if you would like. or you can time it 15 seconds out and 15 seconds in, whatever feels best for you. Getting all the way up behind your knee and then all the way down where your Achilles attaches. Keep that breath going. Okay, now we're going to go into a calf stretch. So you're going to tuck your toes under, and you're only going to move your left calf because that's a dynamic stretch that we want, and you're going to leave that right one in a static stretch. Okay, now we're going to go into our right calf. So picking your body up and moving your toes towards the inside, towards the outside, getting down into the Achilles, the outside of that calf, and towards the insertion point behind your knee. If you find a sticky spot, just stay there, like hang on it. So you want to break that tissue up. Okay, so now we're going to do the same thing with our right. We're going to tuck our toes under, leave that left foot static, and you're only going to move your right foot, keeping your back flat and pushing your butt back towards the ceiling. Okay, last, we're going to get our feet. So you're going to roll your feet, whether it's on a ball or your foam roller, getting the outside of your foot, getting the middle and the inside. So kind of like we've been doing the whole video is pointing your toes in different directions and staying center, get different parts of your feet. And then once you've done that, you're going to hang for 30 seconds here. Again, remember, don't lean forward. We're going to tuck your glutes, keep them under your shoulders. Getting that nice plantar stretch, and then we're switching feet, outside of your foot, and middle and inside. Sometimes you might hear a crack, and that's okay. That's just nitrogen bubbles in between your tendons or your ligaments. And we're holding. And my favorite stretch to always end with is the spine opener. We've done this in several other videos. But just hanging here and then placing your hands gently behind your neck and letting gravity do the work of pulling space between each vertebrae. And let your breath move through your body. Deep breaths. Every time you exhale, try to sink a little bit lower. Inhale, rise. Exhale, low. Stretch it out. And then when you're ready, roll up one slow vertebrae at a time. And you are ready to roll.